Hello guys and welcome to my channel Departure from the Usual. So today's shout out goes to Ravindra Pawar. If you guys also want a shout out, then don't forget to subscribe the channel, like my video and comment down below. So today I am going to be talking about an angel, but an angel of death. Vickie Dawn Jackson. Vickie Dawn Jackson was a sweet, soft-spoken nurse who worked nights at Nokona General Hospital. Vickie had been a nurse since she was a junior in high school. Over the years, she had bathed Nokona's residents, fed them, given them their medications, and sat by their beds, holding their hands when they were aching from pain. She owned 25 nurse uniforms, all of which she kept pressed on hangers in her bedroom closet at her house on the poor side of town. When she went to the local dairy an hour or so before her shift began, she would almost always be dressed in one of her uniforms. Her hair, which she dyed herself at her kitchen sink, would be neatly brushed and pulled back in a little knot on the top of her head. She believed it is important that a nurse never let her hair get in the way of her work, and because she also thought that patients liked nurses who smelled good, she would be wearing a dab of perfume on her neck, which she would buy on sale at Walmart. Now, Nokona General was one of the smallest hospitals in the state. On any given day, there would rarely be more than 15 patients there, scattered throughout 18 rooms on a single hallway. Vickie was known to be the most dedicated professional there. She received compliments as a caring person. She did everything that she was asked for, and she never seemed upset about what she had to do. But on December 11, 2000, she, who was then 34 years old, decided to make a slight change in her work routine. She filled a syringe with mercurium chloride, a drug that paralyzes the respiratory system, and she began walking up and down the hospital's hallway looking for a patient to murder. It's hard to believe, right? She started killing people recklessly. Vickie was not a mercy killer. She didn't target those who were terminally ill or suffering from severe pain. No, she was one of those emotionally disturbed nurses who are so desperate to win approval from co-workers that they put patients into medical distress, so they can later be found heroically attempting to revive them. She didn't try to save anyone at all. She wanted people dead, like lots of people dead. And what was even more weird, that almost all of Vickie's victims were townspeople she had known, from elderly residents whom she had first cared for years ago at nursing home, and neighbors who had just a few blocks away, to parents of friends whom she had known since she was a teenager. So she was basically killing the people she knew. One night she injected mercurium chloride into a slim woman her own age, and on another night she injected that same medicine into a teenage girl who went to high school with her children. Vickie even used that same drug to murder her own husband's grandfather. And what's shocking is that she attended his funeral, and she brought along a potato salad for the reception. She said to the members of the family that "I am so sorry," patting their backs and shaking her head sympathetically. This proves that she was a smart murderer. According to Nokona's residents, it's hard for them to believe that such a nice girl who never uttered a single bad word about anyone suddenly started killing so many people. Between December 2000 and February 2001, Vickie murdered at least 10 patients in the Nokona General Hospital. When this kind of drug is given to victim, the victim would stop breathing. Vickie's first victim was Donnie Alice. She died at the age of 100 on December 11, 2000. Next was Sanford Ray, who died on December 20, followed by Boyd Bruce, who died on December 24th. Next was James Wesley, who died on 29th December of the same year. And the list is never ending. Beginning in 2001, the families of many patients under Vickie's care filed a lawsuit against the hospital. They alleged the hospital was negligent, allowing Vickie to continue to work. Some families also sue other hospital employees for negligence. Finally, on July 16, 2002, police arrested Vickie. In 2005, the judge declared a mistrial due to prosecutors' comment during opening arguments. It was prejudicial. A new trial was set. Vickie pleaded no contest on October 3, 2006. On October 3, 2006, Vickie received a life sentence with parole eligibility in 40 years. The sentence covered the death of 10 patients. Due to privacy laws, there is some question as to precisely who those 10 people are. But let me tell you the name given by the authorities who were killed by Vickie. They were Everett Jackson, Nicholas, Weiler, Holder, Jennings, Michelle, Gore, Vanderburg, Williams, and Moore. She is suspected of dozens of similar murders that has gone undetected. Guys, don't you think that the hospital would have looked into the matter earlier and followed some simple strategies for improving the level of quality of care and safety provided by the nurses there? So what are your thoughts on this woman who cared for her patients and won praise from her supervisors, and suddenly she snapped and started killing her friends and neighbors? Tell me in the comments below. Also, if you want to know about the world's youngest serial killer who murdered his own sister, then click the video on the left. I'll meet you next time with another horrible crime story from around the world. Until then, signing off.